Hi there, people. Welcome to the University of Idaho Vandal Esports. Tonight we are having the first match of the R6 series, Rainbow Six series, involving the Coast Guard Academy of California. No, I'm not sure where they're located, but against the Coast Guard Academy. We should be starting soon, but it looks like it's going to be an interesting match based off of the ranks that we are currently aware of CGU.
Oh, we
It
are
looks like
already
we are
in a
already into the
match.
ban
Okay.
phase.
I want to say that they are from Connecticut, but this is the United States Coast Guard Academy. I believe they're
I'd assume that'd be from everywhere.
kind of. Yeah, I would too. But based off the information off of the league website, they are from Connecticut. Their mascot is the Bears. But yeah, as you were saying, this is going to be really interesting based off of the rankings that I could find, at least.
Because you were able to find, at least for CGU, 5 different ranks going from bronze to grand champion, which is
Champion, yeah.
rather large rank disparity, but
Yeah, you have
it will
someone from
lead
the
to
very
some
bottom,
interesting
someone from the
perspective
very top.
plays. It looks like we've gotten a couple of bans out. Are you?
Oh,
Oh no.
oh, what? I think our game just crashed.
That is unfortunate to hear that.
But yeah, it looks like they were doing a Ying ban, a Monty ban, and I think the last one was a
Mira?
Mira.
Yeah.
I think I caught a little frame of the last one that they were banning. I want to say it was like a Capcan or something. But
Capcan, huh?
that would be honestly really funny if they banned Capcan because Capcan is such a fun operator, and especially in pro leagues, they do.
They do some crazy plays with them.
Yeah, like the best strategy with Capcan is no strategy.
You just
if,
rush in and you do things.
Yeah,
It just works.
Like I'll place down like 3 of them on site just to help like deny entry, but I'll go to the other side of the map, place a single one on a random entrance, and just hope that
Nobody
someone's go
ever
through there.
sees it coming.
No one. He's like, oh, the objective's on the other side of the map. No one's gonna run all the way to the side to put a cap can. I'm not gonna check for that. Same thing with
obviously.
Frost.
Well, yeah, but frost traps are a lot more noticeable than cap cans.
I love those like wide archways in the middle of a hallway that people don't realize are like barricadable or anything.
And then you just see giant mat on the floor.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes putting it out in the open is the most effective strategy.
Because you're on the lookout in entryways for those traps, because that's where you'd be able to hide them.
Yeah.
Like, oh, why is that carpet black?
Yeah, exactly. Like you'll get like these pro players, they have that muscle reflex of anytime I jump through a window, I need to quickly flick down and see if there's a frost mat there.
A frost mat or barbed wire or any of the thousands of gadgets that are now available in the game.
Yeah, there's so much utility, is absolutely insane. Looks like we're still working on getting into the game. Okay,
I see. Let's hope 3rd time's the charm.
We'll get in there. They'll probably be in like round 2 or 3, and honestly, that's kind of just the warm-up match, which kind of sad we won't be able to see that, but
we'll be seeing upwards of 15 rounds, won't we? Depending on if both teams get a point.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've like really played Rainbow Six, but I still know most of the core mechanics. It's going to be the new operators that are going to be interesting. If Scopos is allowed, I'm really excited to watch this because
get to see some of the new stuff come out.
Yeah, like seeing the Rainbow Six content creation world in terms of Scopos and what some of these pro players are able to do with the fact that you have someone who can instantly flank to the other side of the map in an instant.
Yeah,
is crazy.
Because it's just the sheer utility of it all.
Yeah.
Give me 1 second. I think I can make out some details.
Let's see. Oh yeah,
That guy's got
really quickly.
That one's got a 1.6 times ECAC scope going down hallway.
Ah no! Bring it back! Bring it back! We were watching the game here. Oh, they took it away from me. Oh, but looks like we're now back into the match. And
but we're still round 1. Nobody's been knocked. Nobody's been knocked yet, and it seems both sides have all of their grenades available.
Okay, so let's take a look at this lineup. So we have a Wamai, a Castle, a Rumi, a Valkyrie, and it looks like a Mute in the bottom. And then the enemy team, CGA, has Zero, Flores, Ace, Gridlock, and Zofia.
Is that not Thorn?
Thorn? No, that is
oh,
Zero.
that's Zero. You're
that's
right.
Sam Fisher, the man, the myth, the legend. Let's see.
This is a routine training exercise. Oh, looks like CGA got sniped.
So we are on top floor of Cafe, which is probably it's a very standard pro league match area. God, I cannot use words for some reason. But this top floor is very hard to get into, but it looks like CGA has a solid foothold here on the top floor. And the Vandals are currently... Oh, there we go.
4th time's the charm, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. But it looks like they had a solid foothold in that top floor, but they had the Vandals on the back foot.
They also chipped 0 as well, and I'm pretty sure they had the diffuser, which is really good for U of I since they'll have the numbers advantage and the HP advantage.
Absolutely, yeah. The Vandals were kind of all pushed back into the same area with no chance for any kind of flank or anything. Most of them were cut off from the stairs.
Well, based off the reaction, I'm assuming they won the round.
Yeah. Let's see. Yep. Let's zoom right in there. Perfect. This is how we'll watch the game.
I'll have to get my second pair of sunglasses.
He's switching out his keyboard. Apparently, it was just not doing it for him. But
yeah, wait.
It does look like the Vandals actually won that one.
Wasn't CGA the blue side team?
I think.
Am I not understanding the core mechanics of Rainbow Six?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think Observer was a little bit different. I think Observer might have a different perspective from theirs because
that would make sense.
Usually, blue is always
that would be our team.
Yeah. So
sweet. So U of I has taken first blood and is starting to hopefully build some momentum for this game.
Can we just take a second to appreciate just how good quality these cameras are to actually be able to pick up most of these details? Like this is actually kind of crazy.
It's relatively high fidelity.
Yeah. But now it looks like we're in the very bottom cafe part. Oh, we're already anticipating that push from the bakery side. Yep, I can actually read the lettering at the very bottom. So
it looks like they're currently setting up for the invade from CGA. What type of strategy should we be expecting from U of I's comp?
From U of I's comp, it's going to be a pretty even split from what I've seen. We'll have like 1 or 2 people roaming on the top floors to help prevent anyone from going to the hatches. We'll have this area right here that you can see that I don't know this player's name, but where he is...
We'll call him Cool Guy number 3.
Yeah, Cool Guy number 3, the guy that we're watching. He's defending from a bakery push, which is a very common push for this particular site.
Because there's so much open space for them to get
there's a lot of open space, and if you can take control of that area, there's a lot of breakable walls that you can go through, and you can really push hard into there. Just start pressing all of them, buddy.
Worst comes to worst, we crash a 5th time.
Played Minesweeper, figured out.
I don't think that was the button. Did you figure it? It's a miracle.
There we go. Now we can see.
That's what we've been waiting for.
Start a timer. Let's see how long it lasts this time. Oh, wow. Okay, frame rate.
It started at the 2-minute mark. So we have a clear timer of when this is going to all go to...
Okay, but it looks like CGA is doing a hard push from Freezer.
That is an interesting angle to try and peek from.
You're hoping to get... And... It is not
5th time is
not
the
a
charm.
good day to be on the broadcast team. Rainbow Six has always given us problems in the lab, so this will be a bit interesting to see. But we did see that they're doing a freezer push, so we'll see where that leads. But we have...
I think UI will be able to keep a solid defense from freezer because there's only the 2 ways in through freezer.
I think so, yeah. So there's the 2 ways, and you can see right here that he's up in the dining room, and he actually has a lineup where you can break that floor and shoot through the beams. Because that's
so
freezer right there that he's looking at.
To the lower floors from up there.
Sorry, say that again?
He's providing a lot of support to the lower floors from up there.
Oh, yeah, definitely. He is completely covering that area. It's almost impossible to shoot back up through that. Going down. Oh, see, now they know his location, so they're trying... they get him.
Hi, Maya. Unfortunate. But that leaves 3 to 5 of UI. 3 to 4.
Wow.
Wow.
Holy hell, look at that.
Our Lord and Savior Tachanka.
That was I think all 5, like 4 or 5 kills all
that was
in that
5
span.
kills in 2 seconds.
I wonder if that was an ace for someone. It looked like it was two
No,
different
it
usernames.
was three of them. Just I think it was two double kills and a solo kill.
Oh my god! Did you see that scoreboard?
Yeah.
It was like 8 kills at the very top and like just trickling down. Oh my god! All right, let's see. Smoke, Malusi, Castle, Wamai, and Mute. This is a very interesting composition, but let's see where they take it.
Well, don't they have a little bit of counter synergy here? I
They
know Mute
do,
is really
yeah.
good for electronic.
Mute is really good for denying any kind of like
Yeah,
electronic.
denial. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for.
Gadget denial is his specialty. You have Wamai that is very good at utility denial, like smokes, grenades, that kind of thing. You have Castle that's good at denial of movement, along with oh gosh, I just said her name.
Am I?
No, not Wamai, the other one. Crap. The one at the tree. She has a gadget that she can place down, and it slows down enemies that get near it, and it makes a loud, like, vibrating noise.
So it seems like the plan is we have each person specialize in this one type of denial, and we'll just make it so people can't come in this one area by the looks of it.
Yeah, and Smoke is very good at not only roaming, fragging, but
Because
also
Smoke
good
is high speed, isn't he?
I believe he's a 2-speed. He might be a 3-speed. I could be wrong on that. It's been a minute since I've looked at the exact stats. But Smoke is very good at wandering and kind of getting those roaming kills while also doubling as a very good defender for blocking off those doors.
But he
getting
could flank
windows.
his Warden, though.
Warden, don't even get me started on Warden. In
But
my
his
opinion,
glasses are so good.
okay, I don't care what kind of Oakleys he's got. He is a trash operator, in my opinion. He is just bad.
Okay, it looks like U of I has set up their defenses. They're waiting for CGA to start making their approach.
Let's see. I really wish I could see the enemy. I want to know where they're coming from.
Do you think they're going to come through Bakery? Because clearly Freezer was not the strategy go-to as it was. They're going through Freezer again by the looks of it.
That Freezer. Huh. That is an interesting choice. Typically, going underneath site is not a great strategy because of this exact reason.
Because you have so much advantage on your opponent. Yeah, because you can get their like lower body before they can even see you.
I wish I could show you, but like the perspective underneath that floor and when you're shooting through those floorboards, it's next to zero visibility.
Because just like the slits are so small unless you get directly underneath.
And that outline of the operator is broken up by the broken boards, the beams, everything. Meanwhile, the person looking down has a clear, unobstructed view. It's just a really...
And they can see their opponent before the top floor can see the bottom floor, before the bottom floor can see the top floor, which gives you so much free damage.
Yeah.
And CGA is clearly seeing how terrifying this advantage can be with the three-player advantage at the moment.
It looks like they did a top push, which is honestly to be expected. I don't think I've seen many
Then why did they have people towards... Were they trying to do like a pincer move with like people from the bottom distracting and have people come from the top?
They could. A lot of people like to kind of split their team a little bit differently. It really depends on what their captain does for in terms of strategy. You could do a pincer movement. You could have all of them infiltrate at different areas to try and break up concentrated defenders, kind of pull them away. And when one person makes it through, they can get in, kind of like forming a thin circle. Only got to break through one part of it to really get into it.
So just how they want to break the defenses apart is how they're planning to. They're trying to probe the weaknesses. I could say, you could say.
It depends a lot on the strategies and the kind of the strengths and weaknesses of the players. Like,
oh, that was a beautiful headshot.
I think
it looks like their defenses are really difficult for CGA to try and break through.
I think I don't know if this is our map pick, but it would make sense if it was, because everyone is holding their angles flawlessly, and everyone is doing just a fantastic job of just really holding their ground. Now let's see.
So match point goes to the first of 5, correct?
I believe so.
You could trust us here first, folks.
Like I've been exposed to so many different games, and it's been a solid couple months since I've played Rainbow, and I've kind of just blocked a lot of the memories. Because like I am the dirt trash of this game because I play Kavera, Jackal, and a few other operators that are generally hated and despised by all Rainbow Six players. I didn't play Clash, though. I'm not that bad. I never played Clash.
Well, it looks like they're changing up their composition. Why do you think they swapped, I believe, Mute? No, that wasn't Mute. Mira for Azami.
Oh, yeah, I know the operator you're talking about. The one that puts down those sonic mines. I believe it could just be a thing of trying to keep the enemy on their toes, because if you do the same strategy over and over again,
They're
they're
gonna
eventually
find a
going to
weakness.
adapt.
Yeah.
Ooh, please. Oh, there's... Okay, he was spotted. He's got to run. He's got to get out of
They're
there.
coming for him. He's got to run.
But now they know that where one of their drones is, and they might be doing a push from there. So they have a little bit more information. You can kind of see a little bit of restructuring happening here. Oh, lots of people coming through. Hello. We get traffic cones or something.
Just so don't walk through here, you're on camera.
Yeah, just put a smile, you're on camera. But let's see what happens through here.
I would be afraid of what people would do with that information. Just you're
yeah.
on camera from this perspective.
Well, the Rainbow Six players are the ones playing, so I don't think we have much to worry about.
No, not them. People walking by. But
Oh, okay, yeah.
it looks like CGA is approaching very cautiously to the situation, which they kind of have to, considering U of I is already starting to pull a lead in the first round.
Oh my God, are we seriously going to see an outside push? Oh no.
We're getting
we're a whole
ambitious.
Minute in. We're a minute in. He's been running around this entire map.
And not a single peep.
Not a single shot. Nothing. Normally, that is something that doesn't fly very well. If you're running around making a lot of noise, then
you're gonna get You're gonna get wall tapped.
People are gonna anticipate where you're going. You could even get shot through a wall because they can hear you. Oh,
they
did not
saw
check
the play
for the
coming.
mine.
But they know that they're heading upwards by the looks of it.
We know one of them is Zofia. So now we're on cams. Now we're basically in observer mode. So this is a bit of an upgrade. But if we don't,
all it took was us zooming in on the one guy in the very corner.
Yeah, it looks like. Oh, did Zofia? Zofia might have gone in up through ceiling hatch. We might see someone pushing in. Oh, there's someone. I see a beam. There we go.
Another person from U of I has been taken out. It looks like CGA is starting to get at least a small lead.
Whoa,
three
no,
down.
This is not good. See what will happen.
Can we
to
see
the
U of I
Vandals.
clutch up against the five man? Oh no, 4 of them down. Only Mute is left.
Come on, Mute.
He has 10 HP to dream.
Mute, please.
No.
Oh. Wow, that was just systematic. Yeah,
it
see,
really did not help that their first.
8-4-3-0-3.
Yeah, it has been really surgical from UI, but I think they got impatient in that last section, especially their first player getting hit with the mine trap, trying to go for that cheeky play.
And honestly, that is a good strategy with some of these things. If you just kind of make the defenders get antsy by just waiting, then you can really, really put them on stress, and you can kind of get them to crack a bit. Because when defenders are ready and in position, a lot of these players, they tend to get a little anxious, and they're thinking, "Oh crap, where are they? It's been a whole minute, and I haven't seen." Oh no,
do they already have the bomb?
Yeah, like I feel like something's wrong. Like it's a too quiet kind of thing. So,
did we get it? Do we have it?
Are we back? Let's see what's gonna happen.
It's so far 5th time is the charm. Looks like CGA has located the bomb site, and their drone has been destroyed in exchange, but that is valuable information for them.
Oh, we got a Tachanka gang here. We have K, Castle, Tachanka, Azumi, and a Mute again. We are loving Mute.
I mean, Mute is a fantastic choice for just sheer denial capabilities.
Yeah, for being one of the first operators, I think actually he is the first operator in terms of like lineup. But for being an operator that's been around for so long, people have gotten extremely good, and he just synergizes so well with most of the defending tactics. And he's just such a hard.
Because he's able to barricade himself so well in that you have to play at least to a certain degree aggressive to try and get any hold against them.
Depending on the operator, he could even blind people. So, you know, if you're a Jackal and you walk through, if you walk into one of his mute traps, he blinds you.
If you're a robot,
yeah.
May the Lord have mercy.
Okay, so now we're in the basement. We're back into, we might see another bakery push, but, ooh, what?
It looks like they have adopted loud stealth as their current strategy for this round.
Yeah, it would seem so. I'm trying to figure out where CGA is actually entering from. It looks like they're entering through top floor?
It seems their
Making their way
player.
down?
It seems like they're doing a double split.
Yeah, they are really taking their time to get in, but, oh, there's the Thatcher.
Thamcher.
Amateur. Let's see. I don't wanted to just see what's going on here.
Because they have 2 on the second floor and 3 on the first floor.
I can't tell if they're being. Oh, there it is. Yep. Now they're waiting to.
Oh
Yeah,
no, that's
lineup.
not good.
They're going through freezer again. This is one of their tried tactics from last time.
Oh, Akino has been taken down by, was it Rigby?
Oh, just barely missed by a pixel.
Akino got revenge on revenge for Akina on Akino. It looks like it is relatively even. Both sides are just kind of trying to see what they can do here.
And now it looks like they're rotating to maybe. Oh, Chan gets Seskag. We have another conflict happening in train room here. Shooting through the walls, trying to get him, but we got the flank. And yeah, that
unfortunately,
does not
he was in
end
his
well for
reload
Donut.
animation.
Oh, so Donut is playing. Okay, I wasn't sure if Donut was gonna play.
Donut is Donut their captain?
Donut is the captain. Donut is kind of the scary one when it comes to like just pure rank.
He's the challenger, yeah.
Yeah, he's the big.
Sorry,
champion.
the champion. That's how it is.
Yeah, I believe the season just started, so not all the ranks are entirely accurate, but it did say that it did hit champion in previous seasons. So, and that is no easy feat.
As a peak, that is the best players in the world, so
Yeah.
it makes sense why it'd be right to fear Donut.
Yeah.
But it looks like Team Vandal is starting to make at least a little bit of progress.
Blind spray. Taking out some of the utility, and oh, he managed to snag Chan before man gets him.
Now here's where all 3 of them run for the diffuser at the same time.
Ooh, just barely dodged out of the way. Oh.
The recoil goes crazy.
The recoil. That's honestly really relatable. I never was able to with the shorty too. Oh no.
Silent on him. Well, it looks like it is 4-1 thus far in Vandal's favor. I think the first round is going to be a lock for UI, but you never know. They might get a reverse, well, a mostly reverse sweep from this point forward. It's crazy that we can see their picks.
It's honestly really nice. Okay, let's see. So we got a Maestro coming in.
They're bringing out Jaeger
coming in. Ooh.
And Lion. This is gonna be an interesting round.
I don't like the Dekebi and Lion combo. That is.
It's because it's not a combo.
It is kind of a combo. It's you ring the phones, or actually no, you start Lion, and then you start ringing phones, so that if you move, you're spotted. But if you don't move, people can hear you.
Well, can't you just pull out the phone without moving?
You can, but it still makes noise. So it's no matter what you're doing, you're getting spotted. And if you decide to move, then it's just
It's
hell.
Jover.
Yeah, it is so Jover.
But it looks like Vandals have already started to play, making their plan as CGA is setting up all of their spots. So CGA is the one that's running Dekebi and Lion. Is there anything I can do to prevent that strategy from being pulled off effectively?
We do have a mute. So standing near a mute can actually prevent Dekebi from
Calling yourself
buzzing you. I don't know if it actually protects from Lion's ability, but I think it might. It would make sense if it would, but it also might not. But oh, now they're finding all the castles. Ooh, are they? I think they can hear that. They might be trying to break through the castle. But then we got the classic skylight peek. Will this backfire?
It looks like their plan is to go through the roof.
It looks like it. I'm expecting a smoke rush if they have it.
It would make sense considering their comp, like throw out as much confusion and then just go ahead and sweep through the team.
Yep.
But it looks like at least one of them is leaving roof. Maybe they're gonna try and make a distraction. Oh, and it looks like trying to leave roof was not the way to go. With
Ooh,
Chad
that's
Hatchet
C4.
getting one tapped.
That C4 is deadly on those skylights.
Absolutely. There's just, you can't escape them. Well, what if they did it again?
Do it again, Johnny.
So they're gonna have to come
Taking
down at
his
some
time.
point. Yeah.
Wow, no one was holding that angle.
That is honestly surprising. It seems like most of them are not near the bomb site. Or did CGA come in from an alternative? Like, did they drop 2 hatches?
Well, CGA, so they have a couple different options for going on the top roof. They have the skylight. They have the hatch that is over by piano room, which is where we're in right now.
Then they have cafe roof, right?
Then they have like stairways. I don't. Yeah, actually, there is another another hatch that's right next to stairway. But it looks like CGA is pushing up through that stairway.
They managed to get Icy down, but it looks like Man was able to.
It's so
It's
sad
getting
seeing
so
that a
crazy
lot of
already.
these deaths are just the wrong timing. Like holding an angle for so long and then just looking away for a moment, and that's when they pop up. It's the most frustrating thing.
Absolutely, but it looks like it's down to 2 and 2 for both teams. They're spraying and praying, hoping to take down their targets.
I gotta hand it to the Vandals. They really have all these angles locked down. They have so many different lines of sight opened up in this site that they can really just defend from anywhere, and it's amazing.
It seems like they're confused as to where the fire is coming from that's taking them down.
Ooh,
And it looks
Rigby
like
takes out
CGA
Aquino.
was able to take one of them down. Oh, the
There.
wrong time to look away.
Yeah, you see what I mean? A lot of these kills are just the wrong
I
timing.
mean, maybe if he was covering the angle while he was trying to move through, he might have been able to escape. But
Yeah.
as long as they can hold out for 1 round, 1 match even, they'll be able to get first point.
Ooh, we have a Grim coming in. I have not seen much gameplay of Grim, to be honest.
I don't know who Grim is.
Actually, I've never played him. But Nomad, Gridlock, Ace, Ash, Grim, along with CGA is now on defense. Oh, my cord is stuck.
It looks like CGA is picking up the mute pick. They saw how effective it was for the Vandals, and it looks like they're trying to emulate, at least to a degree, their strategy with his denial.
We have a Frost now, so might see some of that muscle memory I was talking about earlier.
Swapping mags.
I really just want to see a thermite charge placed at like in bakery and just watch a triple kill happen.
Don't we all? We love seeing those amazing plays. I love the fact that even in some of these like pro league games, you still see Rainbow Six players just being Rainbow Six players and just doing just the wildest of strategies.
Absolutely rambunctious degenerates.
Twitch Rivals is one of my favorites to watch. You'll get a lot of really interesting plays.
Oh, absolutely. I've seen 1 Twitch Rivals of Rainbow Six, and the amount of shenanigans that happened is almost legendary.
Rainbow Six it's just the perfect game for that. Oh, they're expecting the spawn peak. It looks like no one was looking at it. Let's see, let's shot through the window here.
Turns out the peak was being covered by the enemy team. Da-na-na.
It looks like we might try and go through Skylight or Hatch with a considerable amount of team at the very top here.
It seems they are all going for the upper floor.
A very loud approach to breaking that window. I feel like whenever I
It's
play this
loud
game,
stealth.
I'm so conscious of all the noise that I'm making because I feel like everyone can hear me. I think that's probably why I like playing Cav and Nox so much. My sound.
A bomb has been located.
That's why I like playing chess, so nobody could hear me. It looks they're already starting to destroy some of the utility, like the frost mat.
Ace is not quite. Not sure if they'll be able to hop through that, but we will find out here pretty soon. But just opening up those line of sight will be very helpful as going into Grand Piano.
It looks like CGA has gotten the first kill of the round on Akano. It looks like Man is trying to provide covering fire to make sure that they don't lose another teammate here in this initial breach. But it looks like Man will go down against CGAG. SGAG. Apologies.
Skag. I'm not exactly sure how he wants it to be pronounced, but Skag is what I've been going with.
The amount of firing to go through those boards just to be completely ignored is.
That's what happens when you're on your cams. But ooh, there's another. Chan is going wild here.
Well, it looks like it's back down to even team members, but CGA is a little looking a little low for wear with their HP bars.
We have access into site, which is the big thing, which is really hard to do on this top floor. But once you are in there, you just wreak havoc on them.
Because there's so many angles they have to watch once you're inside.
Exactly. And all of a sudden, that is what Grim does. Makes this big flying drone swarm that's really annoying to deal with. But yeah, once you can use those lines of sight that the defenders have put up against them, everything just begins to break down, because then attackers have a major advantage against the defenders with all their gadgets.
Looks like it is now down 2v1. Can Chad have clutch against Vandals?
Oh, they know where he is.
They know where he is.
There's nowhere to run.
Throw the C4.
There it is.
It looks like they were able to hit 5 points first, and if my initial theory is correct, that is the first round in their grasp.
Let's see, so... Oh, hold on a second. There we go.
You lie.
I was indeed wrong.
Maybe it is best of 13.
I hope not.
Oh, come on. You knew what you were signing up for, soldier.
I did, yeah. R6 is fun to watch. R6 is probably one of the more fun esports to watch, just because of the very obvious skill that is required for this kind of game.
I do not have the reflexes to keep up with what these players are pulling off.
Oh, absolutely not. I don't either. I think the highest rank I ever made it to was diamond something.
I think, and this might be an overestimation of my skill, I could place down a barrier. I think I could manage to pull off a miracle such as that.
I mean, hey, if you just, run around the map and just place barriers everywhere, that's a pretty big deal.
Can you, by chance, throw C4 onto a fellow player and have them run out like a suicide
Sadly,
monkey?
not. There was
unfortunate.
There was a few ways a long time ago to get that to work, and I know there were various glitches of putting C4 onto things like drones and then driving the drone around, or having the attacker drive the drone.
That's the type of strategy I could keep up with. Is the, oh, someone needs to pay a price, I've got you.
Yep. And it's those kind of strategies that make Rainbow Six what it is.
Okay, so it looks like CGA finally has their defenses prepared, and it looks like the Vandals are going through Bakery.
Ooh, just too late to get any pick off anyone rappelling off of the side of the building. Everyone makes it into hatch. Ooh, there's a gas drop here. Maybe not that Legion.
Honestly, it might be beneficial for CGA to, with their current team comp, maybe swap someone out for Doc so that they can take advantage of all that extra HP and armor they have. But maybe it'll be enough to tip the tie in these firefights, because it seems like Vandals are a little bit quicker on the draw, and that means the difference between victory and defeat in these types of like split instant decision choices.
I am seeing a lot of competency when it comes to the Vandals and their teamwork and overall effort, but also with CGA coming in. I've never seen them play before, so I don't know what their strategy is, and I also don't know how their players mesh together. So seeing this is really, really interesting to see how they do things. They're very slow and methodical, which kind of makes sense for the military background. But with just the strategies that we've seen so far, I'm kind of interested to see what happens once they're all like fully warmed up and running at 100%.
Well, and the one thing I'll give them is that if they're trying to process like the military, I don't believe they have 10 feet tall vertical jumps. So
you
to a certain
know.
degree, the unrealistic nature versus their realistic output makes it maybe like a dichotomy for them to try and overcome.
But I see in a lot of like pro leagues, you'll get some players that are really, really aggressive that do very well. And it's a matter of what does the enemy expect and what can I capitalize off of. Because if, that's how Amaru was so good, because most people don't expect an attacker to be inside the site within the
Within a
first
couple
20
of seconds. Yeah.
And if you do it
But
just
being
right,
able to be there, you can just defying the expectations, like you said, can make such a large difference in what you can pull off.
exactly.
Surprise is one of the best elements, after all, after uranium.
And it looks like, I think we are planting at the moment, but it looks like we do have a solid foothold inside sight with that gas going off. The diffuser finally gets planted for the first time this match.
All we have left is Akino, but if he can keep pressure onto the diffuser point for another 30 seconds...
Attackers need to protect the diffuser.
Pressure, baby, that's all it is.
Absolutely, but I think they're going to try and smoke him out before they try and go for something here.
Oh, and there goes Monty, but now they're able to start using an...
Oh, but it looks like Akino was maybe Akino's going to get a straight ace here.
Akino has to go and get him off the diffuser.
I don't think... Honestly, I think Donut could have...
There it
that's
is.
unfortunate,
Ace from
but first
Akino as
ace of
well.
the game from Akino. Is it Akino or Akino?
I actually don't know. I've been just saying Akino. But wow, that was really, really good.
He really clutched up that round. I bet his teammates are going to carry them on his back after this.
Yeah, you can kind of see that celebration going on from our cameras. But wow, I did not expect an ace so soon. I think this is their first official match. Of the
Another
season,
ace. Who would have guessed?
too. Wow, two in the same one. Yeah, I don't know much about Akino, Akino,
We'll just do Akino.
Macarena. I don't know, but it's interesting to see.
Macarena.
Just seeing the different players and what their strong suit is, and it looks like Akino is very good at just kind of moving around and repositioning and getting those shots off. But also his line of sight was also very good. He knew exactly where that diffuser was and was shooting through that wall.
What really surprised me is how he was able to constantly flick from those different angles and still maintain like the exact spots he needed to hold his line of sight for the different areas, especially in that last position where he could have tried to go for the right or for the diffuser. He just kept on swapping between them with such ease that it's really impressive what they're able to do with that type of skill.
Yep, and that is really what separates most of these players from just standard ranked into some of these leagues. That's what a really, really good player is able to do, is switching between those lines of sight, being able to hold multiple lines of sight at the same time. It's a really difficult thing to balance, but once you do get that balance, hold on a second. Was that 3 frost mats I saw in a row? Hold on a second. I need to see that again.
Everyone expects the first frost mat, sometimes the second. But they
the
never
third?
expect the third.
I wouldn't expect the third. But it looks like that we are playing both Frost and Capcan. I'm really hoping to see some interesting placements for the Capcan and Frost match, which I already saw one for the Frost match. I don't think I've ever seen a double or even triple placement. I know I saw 2. I thought I saw a third. But, oh, someone did
Someone's
get
already
spawn
knocked,
peeked already.
but it looks like they're able to come back into the game.
Oh, man. Akino has been punished for having that ace last round. Now he's starting with 20 HP. But at least he's still in it.
A necessary handicap to make it so that CGA has
Ooh,
a
and there goes
chance, you know
Ace's
what I'm saying?
gadget. Someone was able to flank at just the right time and get rid of that gadget before too much space was opened up. Now let's
It would have been very
how-
difficult if that had been set up.
Oh, we have a blitz. Oh, no. Oh,
Oh, a beautiful snipe from
Oh.
Donut.
right in the teeth.
You were going to say something else there. But it looks like they're currently setting up for a wall bang.
Able to get that. Oh, there goes
Or blitz.
Jam, but man is able to avenge him.
But it looks like Donut is starting to recall his team together behind him in order to try and win back this first match. It seems like the rust is starting to wear off, or they're
there goes
overcoming their
Donut.
nerves.
That angle that Donut was holding is really, really interesting because he's only holding such a small area, but it was so effective.
Leading especially to that double,
Yeah.
it makes it
And I don't know if he even meant to do that since he destroyed that ace gadget, and that's what he was playing the peak off of. So,
Maybe it
and
was
they
just
do have
coincidental,
spotted.
good timing in the right place.
Oh, trying to do that peak.
That is such a difficult peak.
Oh, sniped.
It looks like it's 1-to-1 Legend of 007 versus Man of Vandal. Can James Bond defeat the Viking?
We have-
what is his character?
we have-
Ace, yeah.
Man and legend. Now we're just missing Myth.
Scott Sterling. The one good thing in Man's favor is that he has 30 additional HP points, but when he looks like that, it's going to give Legend a perfect opportunity to snipe the round.
I guess he didn't know exactly where he was. I thought he would have known, but he just sneaked into a different position. I guess getting closer wouldn't exactly be expected, so that's fair. I would have always kept my distance because
Because
find
he
that
had
I
the
do
clear
better.
advantage there.
Yeah. He has so much more cover in that site that probably thought he could go across that gap and still live, but apparently not.
It looks like Rigby is starting to play Castle rather than, swapping to Bandit. It looks like his goal here is to have a bit more utility in just trap placement rather than... Never mind, their entire team is changing at the last second.
Christmas to Kebby.
Christmas to Kevy. They'll blend in with the snow. It's a tactical move.
it's we are getting some Solus gameplay as well. I haven't seen a whole lot of Solus. Not exactly familiar with what her gadget does, but actually I don't know if it's a he, her, I don't know. But Solus,
They them.
I don't know.
Come on, triple frost mat. No! It looks like CGA is currently setting up their defenses, but Vandals have already located the bomb site. I believe it is on the 3rd floor, if I recall correctly.
Yes, sir.
Which means maybe the Vandals will try and go for a rooftop. Oh, not again.
Donut, no. Why you gotta disrespect him like that?
I mean, Donut clearly is starting to get into the groove.
He says. Buddy, I don't know what to say, man. You just got spawn peaked. It sucks, but it happens.
At least it wasn't with a 1911. Like,
True.
there could have been a lot more disrespect on that play.
Oh, yeah, it wasn't from Tachanka with a pistol from top floor.
We love Twitch rivals.
Oh, yes.
But it looks like they have one person going through bakery and 2 on rooftop. Are they pushing through bakery?
Maybe. It looks like they're pushing through bottom floor. Or actually, no, 2nd floor.
Oh, no. Aquino was also taken down by their team. It looks like they're holding these angles a lot harder than they were the first couple of matches, but it looks like John was able to get the first CGA member out.
Vandals are struggling to find that foothold inside the building.
They just
Most
need
of
to
them are
get this final point.
Yeah.
Maybe CGA was playing with them the entire time, saying,
Maybe
we can
that's
give
what I
you
mean
6
by
points.
seeing what they're able to do when they're fully warmed up. Because that first match is always just kind of a warm up and players getting to know each other. Usually by 2nd, 3rd, 4th match. The 4th match they're usually on the downside of things, but that 2nd match is always the most interesting because all the players are warmed up and all of them are kind of familiar with what the team's already doing. But Vandals are really struggling here.
I just don't think they're able to find an entryway that won't have them all instantly killed.
They
Especially
don't
with
know
Donut
the
holding
location of
that-
the defenders, and they know they have so many different lines of sight that they're just kind of they're looking everywhere. Their heads are spinning. Seeing just kind of the movements of the players, they're just really trying to just find one of them. Gadgets are going everywhere, flashes are going off. Everything is just total chaos right now.
They're just trying to make any move possible.
Yeah.
It looks like they're using that barrier as fake, as like a fake trap, waiting for people to peek the corner so they can.
Ooh. Can he do it? Chan goes down.
Leaving it 4-2 left on match point.
Yeah. Ooh, this is not looking good.
I'm surprised he isn't just trying to wallbang him.
Oh.
But it looks like Man
10
will go
seconds
down
left
while
on the
Icy takes
clock.
care of Rigby.
Can Icy do anything here? I don't know.
He can sure as heck try. But he just did
Yep.
not know what angles they were shooting from.
Man, Donut is a menace on the field.
I mean, that's what happens when you have the highest ranked, one of the highest ranked players in the world.
Let's see. Stream team. ZG Fenrir would like a screenshot of this. Ooh, we are going into a timeout. But yeah, it looks like CGA is finally starting to warm up a bit, and they're getting some more round on this. Donut has definitely proven his worth.
Look, I'm going to say this. I was joking about the reverse sweep. Vandals, you can stop holding back, please.
Yeah, put in the varsity team. Varsity team now.
Because it looks like
please.
it's Marky versus Donut, and the rest of the team are just trying to support the plays. But
you know, Aquino has gotten that ace. He's also up there
That
with
is
10-7. Yeah, they're. Uh-oh.
oh, it looks like we got a little bit of infighting.
A little bit of beef happening. Let's Vandals, show yourselves.
Look, I'll say one thing about this. If there's anything I know about Rainbow Six players, it's that they have the second most creative insults in all of game history.
Oh, absolutely. And they've gotten, if nothing but more creative over the last, I think,
Like,
about a year or so.
Yeah.
Ever since Ubisoft started really cracking down on toxic behavior and such. I've played a few games in the last few months, and every time there's any kind of spawn peak or something, it's
Something
just
happens.
a wild phrase just thrown out there, and it makes me stop doing what I'm doing for a minute because I have to process what was just said.
The mental warfare.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
it is honest. It's a huge part of this.
Hey, come on, Vandals. You guys need to break through their defenses. I know it's difficult, but you can do it.
We believe. It's 4-6. This is still winnable. Match point.
Yes, there's. Look, if they lose 6 matches in a row, that's kind of CGA earning the point.
If we lose, if we lose with the current lead that we had, I will say, amazing work, CGA. That is genuinely impressive. Vandals, I have a few different words that I'm going to come into the lab and say to you, however.
I will eat my shorts.
Okay.
I'm not wearing shorts, so it doesn't apply to me.
You know, you're not wrong.
I'm technically correct. The best kind of correct.
We love winning by technicality.
Okay, looks like they're going for a top breach.
We're seeing another similar strategy of just going through top hatches. But now we have a Blitz, and I think Blitz is going to drop in there. Maybe he's kind of contemplating it. Yep, there he goes. And now he's found one of them.
I remember when Blitz Shield was an unstoppable object.
It kind of still is. Blitz is still a terrifying operator to see go into the room, but Blitz sadly does catch a bullet to the dome.
The rest of this team just wasn't there to be able to assist him with the 3 operators.
Ooh, we have a bit of a firefight happening in between.
Loading new
Oh,
get him?
they
Yes,
were
he
able to get him
can.
through the desk. Nice. They evened out the playing field at the moment.
They're on the other side of the wall. Just shoot the wall.
You know somebody's there,
Oh, he
yep.
knows.
Swapping map.
Yeah, he doesn't know the specific location anymore, but
Oh,
it looks
and
like
it
the
goes
explosion did
down.
get him.
And it's not looking
And
good
it was
for
Donut
CGA
that
as
got
2 of them
knocked.
go
That's
down.
not good for CGA.
It's Chad and Rigby now. Playing low.
Chad
Fine.
Rigby.
Oh, he doesn't find anyone with that C4.
And it looks like CGA is going to do a player substitution after this round, which will be an interesting point after they finally start getting into their groove.
Yeah,
on
adding a
these
sub can
fast
be a dangerous
matches.
thing, but also it can really change up the composition of the right play. Mentality in this counter here. Ooh, Rigby goes down. Man just manages to find him through those floorboards.
It looks like it's just Chad versus... And it looks like
There
the
we
Vandals
go.
will get the first round point.
That is the first match, I believe, to a Vandals win. Yes, it is.
I apologize for the yawning. I have not gotten sleep in like 2 days.
Brother, what are you doing?
Being a cool guy. You know how,
It is very tiring. I would not know, though.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, the scoreboard seems like it's very clearly defining who is really shining in this matchup. Maybe it was just this particular map, or what? I don't know. But it looks like Donut was really shining in that match. Aquino with the ace as well. I'm hoping we see that in a clip somewhere. Maybe we can get that on
Oh, we
some
can
footage.
absolutely get that. It looked...
Yes, and it looks like the teams are going to do a 5-minute break. So I believe we are going to go to a quick BRB, grab some water, go to the bathroom, do what you need to. We will be back in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, folks. It looks like our 5-minute break has ended a little bit shorter than we expected, but it looks like both teams are getting ready as we move into round 2.
Yep, we are heading into the second match now. I think the teams are currently picking the map and they're going to do their bans here pretty quickly. I don't know if we have footage of that just yet, but oh, yep, it looks like we do. Let's see, we have a Monty ban. Wait, we really don't like Monty here.
I mean, Monty has such incredible pressure when it comes to breaches, so I understand.
Yeah, I'm going to guess Mira. Okay, I was wrong.
Bad prediction. Minus 20.
Mira. I'm guessing Mira. Pro players hate Mira so much, and it makes me so sad.
Lower your expectations. It is not Mira.
Damn it.
I knew it.
Okay, but they did change up their bans a little bit.
And you had a 1 in 100.
But ooh, we are playing on Border now. Border has never been a good map for me. I have always struggled with it.
I mean, from what I'm aware, Border is such a heavily defense-favored map.
I honestly don't know, but I do know that the map itself feels heavy, and there's so much, and it's really easy to miss some people.
I think prisons are supposed to be heavy.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I don't think this is a prison. I don't know if it's supposed to be a prison, but it's supposed to be a.
If it's
like
the DMV, same difference.
Yeah, you know what? You're completely right on that. It looks like we're gonna have the start be on top floor in Armory.
And it looks like CGA is on the defensive as the Vandals will soon be preparing their assault.
It's going to be interesting to see how CGA and what their approach is for this. I'm kind of curious on whether this was their map pick or our map pick, or if it was preset, or what we're going to do.
Well, this map is significantly different from...
Is that a Clash I see? Gross. I hate Clash.
Oh yeah, you have so much room to talk over them.
Clash is gross, probably because everyone I've ever faced that played Clash was really good, and it pissed me off because I couldn't do anything.
Where's Virgil?
Where's Virgil?
But considering how different this map is, just in all aspects from the previous map, I can only assume it's different team.
Wait a second. Can we go back to Clash for a second? I want to look at this defense that we have. So look at this setup that they have right here. They have a Mira wall. They have a Bandit and Clash, along with a Fenrir. Okay, they are so heavily defended on this side. If anyone comes through that area,
they're dead meat.
I don't think there is much chance for survival with that Mira window there and the Clash to kind of take away that.
Oh, they don't see the drone. CGA, look behind you.
Look at your feet. Look at them.
It's hiding at the coffee pot.
He's in the walls.
We can't finish that clip.
But it looks like
the Vandals have successfully entered, and it looks like they see Clash, who's just standing there like Chad. Menacingly. Just sitting there watching.
That's kind of what Clash is really good at.
Oh, but one of their teammates looks like they're temporarily incapacitated from that generator explosion.
Ooh, let's see. Did we get the thermite off? I think we did get the thermite off, unless Bandit was able to do that Bandit trick correctly. I'm not sure just yet. It looks like, yep, we did get that off, and Clash is just going to be kind of standing there and holding that and just being a general nuisance.
Well, if they rush Clash, there's nothing she can really do to stop them, right?
Oh! Yeah. Nomad. Nomad is amazing. I love Nomad. And now Mira is the last one to be holding this particular... Oh, no, Bandit is there as well. It doesn't look like the Vandals are doing much else other than this particular push. Oh, and we get blinded there as well. But Icy is going to find it onto ECAC, and Markle finds Rigby.
Looks like the Vandals were able to plant the diffuser. They can now use the defense they set up, that CGA set up earlier to their advantage.
Yeah, total chaos is ensuing now as the Vandals are beginning to press into the site.
It's become a massive shootout.
Oh, my eyes! Even now, I'm still affected by flashbang.
Oh,
Oh,
that was a nice piece.
disgusting, but amazing at the same time. And the Vandals are
That
able
was
to
a
take it home.
pure panic turn. Like, oh look, there's nobody there. Oh
Yeah.
no!
you can see just the general flicking of the mouse left and right trying to get him.
But this match is significantly closer than what happened in the first round. So it looks like CGA, even with the substitution for did they even sub anybody? I don't notice a difference.
No,
oh,
I think
Legend 27. Right?
Ooh, now I feel bad. I think Marky is the one. Marky was also swapped out because we have Donut, Legend of, Rigby, Legend 27, and ECAC. I don't know.
We'll take it out of the recording.
Just edit and post. Just editors put in the line right here. Oh, look, they have. I love that player. He's so good.
But thus far, CJ is putting up a much stronger early defense than they were in the previous rounds. So Vandals have they cannot let their guard down at this moment.
I'm honestly really impressed with the Vandals that they were even able to break through that defense because they had a solid strategy. They had a weak spot that was kind of their downfall, but they breached through that really hard defense with Clash there in Armory, which is really hard to do. That is not something that you see often done successfully, at least.
I mean, they had a lot of the preset they need, especially with like a wall mount, so that they could get the different angles on Clash when that happens. So really good teamwork on them just made their defenses fall really, really heavily.
If I had to guess, I think they've probably practiced that specific thing a lot because that's a very hard breach to do, pun intended. But it's something you don't see often.
And it looks like Vandals do have the general position of at least one of CGA's players. Oh, they found the drone.
Ooh.
But that'll cost Legend almost all of their life. It'd be a shame if they tripped down a flight of stairs and lost the 5 HP they had left.
Oh, and they're
but
getting
they
ready
are
for that
aware
bandage
of what's
right
going on here. They could definitely wallbang that.
That bandit is just waiting for a thermite. Anything.
It looks like they're running Clash again. Going with a... Oh, Lord.
They might on it. I don't know if a melee attack would make Clash move her shield aside, but it might be something worth trying because
They're
you
just
have
trying
two
to
people
get
there.
any sort of pressure against Clash. They're just soaking up the entire doorway.
Yeah, Clash standing at a doorway is just a wall. There is no open doorway there.
Hear me out. Big 5 shield. The 5 closest entry points
Let me
to bomb
get
site.
a recruit rush in the esports.
But they can't.
I know.
Anymore.
The fact that recruit is not in ranked makes me so sad.
I believe that has broke the 11th commandment. Thou shalt not rework recruit.
There was nothing wrong. He was peak gameplay. Oh, but it looks like Vandals are getting a bit of more of a foothold.
It's just taking them a long time. They're taking a rather lengthy amount of time to try and open up Clash.
Yeah. They are really trying to get past this Clash, but Clash is struggling.
But it looks like Aquino is able to get off that peak.
Oh, and the Mira is able... Is that Mira? It is Mira. Mira was able to pop that fire extinguisher and get through and finds who gets man as well.
And it looks like the Vandals no longer have the upper hand in this breach.
Oh, you turned it just the wrong moment.
Oh, but it looks like maybe Aquino gets a double ace for this.
Oh, and he gets...
he does get another person.
No, he almost got the Clash.
Unfortunately, SGAG stops the... Of course, Clash is the last one left up.
Yeah, he's chasing.
He's running
He's chasing.
for it.
He's chasing.
No, don't
This
do it.
is
It's
the
a
bad thing
suicide
about
charge.
facing a Clash. Oh, and he gets it.
Yo.
Yes. This
Was
is
that
the
another
reason.
ace?
Was it? I don't know.
I think the 4th was taken, but by the second remaining person got taken down.
Okay,
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's the reason why I really don't like Clash is because 7 out of 10 times, Clash is winning that because a lot of people are really good at switching that shield, turning around, and then pulling out their gun and just shooting you right then and there.
Because if you can block the melee with the shield, oh no.
Yeah, but Clash is kind of nerfed with the fact that if you melee her, her shield goes way out to the side. It's not like Monty's pitiful, like just kind of oomph. Yeah.
But it was a beautiful play by Aquino securing the second point of this match.
Yeah, really well done. And now the Vandals are at a 0-2 with CGA calling a bit of a timeout here. Probably trying to restructure a bit of their defense, but man, Vandals are doing really well on attack here. Almost brings a tear to my eye.
You want a tear?
What?
I'm so menacing for realsies.
Okay, but we got Nomad, Ram, Thermite,
They're bringing
Thatcher.
in Thermite. Oh, and they're bringing in Thatcher. This is going to be a fun match.
We're going to see a classic here.
Oh, bring back Thermite.
Mark,
Come on, man.
Mark,
Come on, man. Not Vandal.
and a Ying.
No, they got rid of
Malusi,
Thermite.
that was her name. Malusi is the name of the operator that I've been getting this.
I am. My disappointment is immeasurable that Thermite is gone and my day is ruined.
My day is ruined. The Thermite Thatcher is a timeless strategy. Oh,
It is also a bad strategy in competitive play.
you know, I don't know about that one.
Well, if you see a Thermite and a Fuse, you know what's going to happen.
Well, a Thermite and a Fuse? Or
Sorry, Thermite
Thatcher?
and Thatcher.
Yeah, but then again, the defenders don't know their the enemy operator picks.
10 seconds left.
Wait, really?
Yeah, only we can see because we're observers.
5 seconds to insertion.
When you're one of the teams, you only see your allies.
Attackers
Well, when
objective
you
is to
say it
locate
like
bomb and
that,
defuse it.
If you remember when we were
they
watching,
had no reason not to go Thermite Thatcher.
yeah, if we were watching through the camera and actually looking at the player's perspective, you
you
would
wouldn't
see,
be able to see what the enemy is playing.
yeah, it'd all be question marks. Oh, it looks like
All we know is that there's going to be a clash again.
but let's see how the Vandals approach this again. It looks like we're having another armory site and a very similar defense style with various lines of sight up.
It looks like the bomb set is on the second floor, so
Oh, is it? Wait.
yeah.
Yeah, there's only 2 floors in this one. My bad. Did I say 3rd floor? I think I might have said 3rd floor, actually.
I don't know, man. I just...
Yeah, me too, man.
But it looks like they're kind of just trying to draw attention to themselves with all this gunfire. Maybe they're trying to lure out CGA.
Well, so CGA is breaking those. See, right here, he's breaking that for that grenade
for
lineup. Yeah, so he can toss it over in case someone is breaking through that wall. So, and you know the saying of gamers don't look up. It works in that sense too because no one expects it. I would know because I played Mira and would just get to a high spot and hold up the Mira shield and just hide in plain sight, and it was great. It worked. But it looks like
Oh, no.
Cade is going to deny that thermite charge, but it doesn't work, and he gets it off.
Bomb diffuser.
And it
Oh,
looks
chain.
like they will trade for that.
And finds him through the barricade.
The Vandals do have the diffuser back, so did anything really change?
It is
Yes,
4v4 right now,
but-
and Clash, I think, has locked on to someone who's going to be going for him. Yep, I think Clash does know of one of. Yep,
Yeah,
there it
they're
is.
both aware of this. And they're just going to stare at each other.
Calling for his friends right now.
Oh, but he did manage to get Rigby past the Clash shield. That was an impressive shot. And it looks like Clash is slowly being surrounded by various operators trying to hold their
Yep, there it
alive.
goes.
He
So
will take
long,
one,
Clash.
but oh my, Marky is going
Attackers
absolutely
recovered the
wild
bomb
this
diffuser.
round.
Legend 27 goes down, and it is just Donut, just the captain of the team now.
You never know. He might pull a triple here. Never mind, he will not. Akino with the perfect tap through the fog.
Wonderfully executed from the Vandals over here. I think, do we have any new faces on our Rainbow Six team? I wasn't around a whole lot last year, so I'm not super familiar with our teams, but
If it makes you feel any better, I wasn't around last year.
you know what? That's fair. But I think we do have a
Thatcher
few new
Thermite.
players.
They're bringing Thermite. Come on, baby.
Thatcher Thermite, give it to us.
No!
No! Boo, Grim.
This is too much. You can't play Thermite without Thatcher and then play Thatcher without Thermite. This is
Oh, but we might have a
heinous.
cap can. Oh, we have the scoreboard.
Oh, and they got rid of Thatcher too.
But we do have a cap. Might see some interesting cap can play.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Capcan.
defused by attackers.
Although his gadget is goofy, it has so much use with the bolts.
Oh, absolutely. Capcan is probably one of the more fun operators for me because I don't have to rely on winning the gunfights, really.
Look, I'm just gonna shoot a fire tornado in that room.
Like, with Capcan, if I just go in unexpected places and place down one of my traps, then I'm golden. I help out my teams. I do my part. Because I can't win those gunfights because I
Just
have
play
terrible gunplay. What?
Just play Warden.
No. I would rather die.
5 seconds left.
That's what you'll do is either of them, so why does it matter?
You know what? You got a fair point.
Attackers are moving out to locate
No,
a
I do
bomb
not,
and
but I
defuse it.
appreciate it.
Either way, I'm not making it out alive.
Well, it looks like sites have swapped, and now the Vandals are. What am I on about? No, it hasn't. It hasn't swapped yet. But Vandals are the offensive. CGA are setting up their defenses again. Do you think they're gonna go for the heavy defense for one position and try and like have Clash keep the other ways busy, or
Attackers
what
have
do you think's
located
gonna
a
happen?
bomb.
I'm not sure. We don't have a clash this round, so it'll be interesting.
Wait, they're not playing Clash? That's crazy.
Yeah, they have an Echo this time, but it'll be interesting to see what their defense strategy is. They are still on that second floor armory, it looks like.
Donut got
Wait,
really
no, they're on
chunked
first floor.
from that. He lost 80 HP from trying to escape that drone, the drones over there. So it looks like if they can take Donut out, they're going to have a huge advantage in this bomb site.
Yeah, they are on first floor. I want to say
How
they
is
are
Donut
in...
alive? He's taken almost all of his HP.
Oh, they see one.
No! You're... Aim!
See what
no,
I mean?
Rigby!
It's the he has the bottom floor disadvantage.
What? But it looks like U of I is being absolutely surgical this round.
Yeah, we are seeing. I think this is when the players have been fully warmed up, even with Marky coming in.
Oh no, Donut was able to get
Oh,
taken down
he
by
saw him.
Icy. That
Saw
leaves
him.
only Legend 007 up. And I think he's about to get 4-man collapsed on. No, not the fuse.
Oh, there it goes.
Flawless round for UI.
Wow.
So we've gotten an ace and a flawless from UI thus far.
You'd love to see
CGA is being put onto the ropes.
Okay, Aquino with a 7-2 or a 7-1, 5-2, 4-1. Okay, we have a pretty solid split. You can see that Aquino is really shining on this map with the others following pretty closely in tow. Chen and Icy are really holding down the fort. Let's see, and then from CGA, Rigby is starting to shine here. But it looks like CGA, I think maybe this
It's
was
just
our
not
map pick.
enough.
CGA is really struggling on this one, but they have some really solid strategies that I think the Vandals just have such a solid offense. I think
That it's difficult for them
against-
even with like
Attackers need
these
to locate and
tight
defuse bombs.
tight corner peaks and a solid defense system that they're just not able to fully hold them off.
Ooh, this site. This site. I've seen some very interesting strategies for defending this one. Workshop, and I think that one's
Cover the
called
location of a bomb.
Boiler, I think? Ventilation room. It's called ventilation room. But with that massive soft wall in between the two sites, a big strategy is to just kind of get rid of that wall and just
And then
make it
just
into one
breach.
large site.
10 seconds
Yeah.
left.
Yeah, but it's also it's really hard to defend, but also not at the same time. It's kind of a double-edged sword because you're on the very outside of the building. You have a large amount of area where attackers can come in undetected into the building and then push down and kind of flush you towards the outer edges of the building.
And then once that happens, they can kind of just take you at their leisure.
Yeah. Defenders, if they lose their foothold, it's really hard to get back, but it is also really hard for attackers to get that foothold. It's really kind of just a war of attrition and who can hold those sight lines and really
Did
get
he
those
just get
kills.
kicked in the head?
Yes, yes he did. but you know what? It's fine. They're fine.
Well, it looks like Donut has been taken out, which is going to be difficult for CGA because they're already starting to have. Never mind. Akano was taken down by a surprising headshot from ECAC.
I did not expect to see a firefight in Armory, so this is unexpected.
Especially with it being so far away from the bomb site.
Yeah. But it looks like the Vandals are doing a 3-man push from Armory, maybe Control Room as well. And there goes the barricade. Is anyone going to push in? Don't do it. Don't do it. They have the angle. Oh, and Ying is thrown in her ability, and that is really going to throw a wrench as a man comes in and kills Legend. 27 in. They are rushing in. They might try to do a vertical assault, and there goes Chan, but Marky finds Eskag.
They're able to get that trade-off, but it leaves you still with another player on them.
Yep, I think they are doing a vertical assault, and there goes the hatch breach. Don't know if they have anything that can break that instantly. They're trying again. Oh, he hears it. He's
also
running.
trying to draw attention away from them, forcing both sides to be careful.
Yeah, those hard breaches like that are kind of hard to get off because they take so long and they make so much noise. But if they can get it off, that's a massive win for the Vandals.
Because it gives them a very nice angle. But that IC immediately used against Rigby.
Yeah. So now it is just Legend 7 versus Icy, Marky, and Curious
Looks
to
like they're
see how
sending the
Legend-
drones to try and confirm Legend 007's position before they go for the defuse.
Yeah, Legend is holding outside of sight while everyone else is up top. I'm surprised we're not seeing a whole lot of flanking happen.
Especially since they have such a large numbers advantage, they can afford to do something like this.
Yeah. Oh, there goes the Ying. Ying perfectly placed to get into Legend's face right there.
They have to know where the location is by now.
Oh, they're so close.
Oh,
and
that's
there
so
he goes.
unfortunate. Turns out they don't look up and they don't look down.
Nope, they do not. But I think his gun was just covering his line of sight. Nice.
You saw nothing. How dare you? Nobody would have noticed.
I didn't see anything. I heard something.
You heard nothing.
What?
Nothing, I tell you.
What did he say?
What did you say about my mama?
Okay, let's see. I believe we have one more round until the switch. Oh, they're going to be going armory lockers. Hey, we got a Caveira in here. Come on, Legend 7. I know I'm rooting for you. I don't care what my team says. I want to see the Caveira do well.
You are the biggest hater.
I'm not a hater. I'm a
You
supporter.
have betrayed your friends.
I am not a hater. I'm a supporter.
A supporter of haters.
A supporter of haters. It makes me a hater by proxy, but not exactly a hater.
By
Don't look into
proxy
that.
still tells you that you're a hater. What do you mean?
Shh, don't worry about
You
it.
yourself have just
worry about
confirmed that you are a hater.
I just want to see. I want to see Legend pop off with Caveira for once. I want to see Caveira.
Well, the
get
issue with
interrogation.
Caveira is that by the time you try and get someone, you typically find out what your next
5
move should
seconds
be
left.
anyway, so...
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't think it's going to be very difficult for Caveira because I don't think we have a whole lot of roamers or flankers on the Vandals team, at least not from what I've seen. We've seen the Vandals moving together as one cohesive unit and going through and breaching those walls, taking those lines of sight. Haven't seen a whole lot of them go on their own and try to flank around. We do occasionally get one every now and then, but it doesn't always seem planned. It's more of a, hey, we've hit a roadblock here, we need to find a different way, and most of them travel that way as well. And, oh, Vera is searching for anybody up there, and just not at the right angle.
But I mean, if she can get that first combo off, Vandals will be in a very bad position.
Oh yeah, a single interrogation is enough to change the entire game.
It's just too good of an ability, but that's why it's so hard to utilize effectively.
Yes,
'Cause it's like,
exactly.
what, a 3-second interrogation time on top of also having to not die during the interrogation.
Yeah, it's very hard to pull off, but when it is pulled off, oh, there is no better feeling. stand corrected.
Oh,
Oh,
and
no.
it looks like Aquino will take out Legend 007, trying to go for that aggressive piece.
He was looking up. He was doing something we never do, and he was killed for it.
No Caveira. Caveira
No
down.
Caveira.
Caveira away.
It's a sad day.
Seal the back of the reliquary of forgotten.
No. Okay,
It's
but
not
the
my
Vandals
decision.
are putting a lot of pressure into Armory as we are seeing them doing a lot of outside lines of sight and shooting inwards, playing behind that soft wall to kind of keep themselves concealed.
Stay hydrated. Aquino with the double kill, though.
You know, with
Claymore
the
got him.
Claymore kill. Love to see a Claymore kill. That Mira.
It looks like Rigby, though, will be taking out Marco.
Ooh, SCAG almost gets Aquino, but almost gets two other people with that spray.
Attackers are
It was
activating
so
bomb
close.
And it looks like the Vandals have an anti-diffuser, so they just have to keep on making as much pressure as possible right now.
Ooh, it is not looking good. There,
It's gotten down to a pistol fight. That's how desperate it became.
Rigby.
And that was a nice spray leading to the 6th point in UI's favor.
Wow.
If they can win one more round, it'd be a flawless round leading to a victory over the over CGA.
Yeah, now we have to see if the Vandals can do just as well on defense as they can on offense. And sometimes this simple switch, they're 0-6, which is hard to come back from, but it's possible. It's more about a morale thing.
Possibility, yeah.
Yeah, there is a possibility, and it really depends whether or not CGA can keep that morale up, keep that team spirit, and still work together. Because personally, if I was in this situation,
It'd
I'd
be
be
difficult to keep spirit,
yeah,
especially because
I
this
would
has
break.
been almost an hour and a half straight of gameplay. It can be difficult to try and keep your spirit through such a long and sometimes
Attackers need to locate
task.
and
Absolutely.
I
It
wouldn't
can
know.
be, it's a mental exercise, and it can really start to fatigue just the amount of energy that you have to use and how much
Absolutely.
thinking you have to do. It's really, really hard. Like, people say that it's
Which,
Attackers
off of that,
sports, but
off
it's not
of
really
that
that
point
intensive.
alone, the way Vandals are still managing to keep such a strong attitude through this hour and a half of just constantly on edge and stressed, it's something you always have to keep in mind. It's a very impressive skill to have.
It is very impressive. Rainbow Six
If only I
is,
could do that during physics.
honestly, I feel that. I love physics, and I still struggle with it, but
5
man.
seconds left before
But with
insertion.
esports, the amount of processing that you have to do, especially in a game like Rainbow Six, where you have a bunch of different angles, a bunch of different lines of sight,
And
you have to
such
think about all your gadgets.
minuscule amounts of time
Yeah.
for all those 60 plus different situations. It can be very, very difficult to keep all of those in your brain at once.
Yeah. And mental fatigue is a real thing in a lot of these games. When you have, especially when you go into things like overtime, and you'll see games drag on because you can see that the players are just so tired at the end of it. But it seems like the Vandals, like you saw in those cameras, the Vandals are in good spirits. They're smiling, they're laughing, they're high-fiving. They're really, really ready to do this.
Maybe if it goes into overtime, there should be a new rule in place where you can have a
Oh, we
30-minute nap. But it
almost
looks
got
like they
diffuser
almost
down.
got the diffuser down. Yeah.
That was so close. It was just a few seconds off,
You need what, a second and a half, maybe just a second.
something like that, yeah.
But it looks like the Vandals are we want this over and done now. We want to go home. We want to celebrate.
I think they do genuinely love playing against some of these teams, and I think,
It's always nice to have a challenge.
yeah.
You learn so much from a group of your same level rather than stomping or
Why
being
are there
stomped.
3 bandit batteries there? Bandit. Bandit.
Why wouldn't
Who's playing
there
Bandit?
be?
Marky. Wait, no, that's Chan. Chan, why do you have 3 batteries there? Buddy. Maybe this is some...
Are you saying you wouldn't put 3 batteries
I would
there?
not put 3 batteries there, but
Then
then again, maybe the
clearly
strategy
you're-
has changed.
It's
Maybe I'm an
clearly
idiot.
working.
Yeah, maybe
Bandit
I'm
with
the idiot
3
here.
Yeah, they have 3 kill lead, man. It's because of the 3 batteries.
More electricity, more damage. Ooh, they're
But it
Marky.
looks like
The
it will
Vandals
be a
take the
flawless
win.
round rather than a flawless match. That
Oh
was
my gosh.
incredible.
That almost hurt to watch. But you can see CGA was putting up a fight to the very end.
All I'll
as the
say no
Vandals
is when
took
he
the
came
win.
around the corner, I wasn't even expecting it. I may have not. Just Yeah! Charge!
Oh my gosh, but that was a fantastic match. Rigby pulling ahead, and oh, we lost the scoreboard, but I think we'll get that later. But that was a really entertaining match to watch.
Absolutely, and I think this was the first series match for the Rainbow Six team this season, yeah?
I believe it was, yeah. CGA did a fantastic job. It was really entertaining to watch them on Cafe, and the defensive strategy that they have on Border were fantastic. Oh my gosh.
I have to think that Border must have been the Vandals' choice the way they were reacting with those like aggressive plays. They weren't playing the same way they were on Cafe.
Yeah, no, if I had to guess, I would say Border would also be the Vandals pick because just their offensive prowess was just too well put together.
But it is surprising that CGA had such a strong defensive position. It seems like they weren't expecting Border, but they had like 3 contingency defensive plans ready for the different bomb sites.
Yeah, I was expecting to see a little more variety in where they were choosing to put the bomb sites, like seeing maybe
A
oh
little bit
gosh,
more of ground floor.
yeah, a little bit more ground floor. But they
But
just
then they don't want that upward angle disadvantage because
that could
that's
be
something
it. Yeah,
Levi was doing very consistently.
yeah. I'm really happy with what I've seen, and it was really entertaining to watch. But I believe that is all that we are going to get for today. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
It was a pleasure being a part of the Rainbow Six stream. Hope I can do this again in the future. I have to say, both teams, that was a really interesting set of matches to see through. The Vandals' offensive game was really, really impressive, but it is incredible the amount of work CGA was able to make them go through, especially near the end of Cafe Dostoevsky, which it's just so much that they had to go through. So
Yeah.
it was impressive to watch both teams.
Yeah, it was very very fun to watch, and again, both teams did fantastic, and the strategies that we saw were wonderful. But I believe we are going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys in the next matchup.
Peace out.